I have a sneaky suspicion that some of you are feeling the same way I've been feeling lately, which is blah, blah, blah. You can sing it with me. Blah, blah, blah. Now you're not going to be able to get that out of your head.
We're walking and talking. We're walking and talking. We're walking and talking. We're walking and talking with Helen Ryan.
But it's perfect timing because today we're going to talk about ways that we can boost our energy. Start out with a warm-up. Deep breath in through your nose and exhale through your mouth. We're going to jump right into it. This is just a comfortable warm-up pace. You don't have to walk outdoors to join us on our walks. You can walk on a treadmill. You can be on a bike. You can be on the elliptical machine. You can be cleaning. You can be gardening. So as we work harder, you can work harder or faster with whatever you're doing, including cleaning or gardening. Most important thing is to breathe. Try to have some fun. Be mindful of your environment, your body. Feel for any tight spots. If you've walked with me before, you will be quite familiar with me nagging you to breathe. So what you're going to do is when you breathe in, you're going to relax your stomach. You're going to fill up those lungs all the way. And then when you exhale, you're going to pull your tummy nice and tight and exhale all that stale air. And keep doing that with your breathing. Going to find a rhythmic pace, especially as we speed up a little bit. But right now we're still warming it up. I've got some great tips on conquering fatigue and just finding some energy throughout the day and bringing some energy and vibrancy back into your life. I've been in a more of a negative spot, so I've been trying to pull myself out of that because I'm not a usually negative person. But, sometimes lately it's just been a little bit harder to be quite so positive, so I'm working on it again. But when you're negative, it also makes you more drained of energy. Think of a recent time when you felt drained. What were you doing? How did your body feel other than being tired? Overall, where did you feel that sense of being drained? We're going to recognize that. Then we're going to try to come up with some ideas that will help you overcome that, especially when that hits next time. Another deep breath in. And exhale. You're going to roll those shoulders backwards. Roll those shoulders forwards. Find a rhythm in your step. Right now, it's a warm-up. So it's an easy rhythm. It's easier to do things when we get into the rhythm. So whenever you can, just try to find that rhythmic movement. Feel for tense spots in your body. So we're going to bring awareness into our body. Are your feet tight? Are your hands tight? And then be mindful about what's around you and also how you're feeling about your environment. Are you working out outside? Do you feel the wind on your skin? Pay attention to those little things. Is there sun? Is it cold? What do you smell? What do you hear other than me? Another deep breath in through your nose. And exhale through your mouth. We're still warming it up, but you can go ahead and gradually increase that pace. Just stay within an easy zone, a warm-up zone, just to get that blood pumping. Feel the rhythm of your steps. And get into that good rhythm where you can feel your feet hit the ground. You get into that step, step, step. Glutes are tight. Upper body's relaxed. And roll those shoulders backwards. Roll those shoulders forward. And if nobody's looking or you feel comfortable doing this, you can take 5 deep breaths and then maybe reach your arms overhead and stretch. So let's do that real quick right now. Deep breath in through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Deep breath in through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Still going. Deep breath in through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Deep breath in through your nose and exhale through your mouth. One more time. Deep breath in through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Now reach your arms up overhead if you are in a place where you can do that. and then give it a little stretch. I thought of something funny while I was just saying that is that what if you were listening to this on super fast and you're like, why am I hyperventilating? 2, 3, if you had sped up, because sometimes I speed up YouTube videos because I want to get to the point. Stop talking so much, people. So if you did that, then just breathe a little bit slower. Now we can gradually again increase the pace out of the warm-up zone. Movement is one of the best ways that we can increase our energy. And it doesn't mean that you have to go to the gym for an hour. It doesn't mean that you have to take a really hard spin class, although, spinning does make me happy. Movement stimulates your energy production. Energy is one of the things that you can spend more of, and then you get more of it. Where if I spend more money, I usually don't end up with more money. So it really helps stimulate the production of energy. It also stimulates your endorphins, which I'm so happy about. You know me and my endorphins. The endorphins are your body's natural mood enhancers. And even brief moments can trigger the release of these happy, feel-good hormones. And they kind of give you an instant energy boost, like a 5-hour energy drink, but without the side effects and without the heart palpitations. If you're feeling drained, you have a meeting coming up or a presentation or a phone call, try a brief bout of movement just before, even if you dance or squat or something to get that blood flowing, and that can help energize you before you do your call or your presentation. Another deep breath in through your nose and exhale through your mouth. A little bit brisker. Find a good pace that's comfortable, but you're feeling like you're working a little bit now. Shake out your hands. Just let your feet relax. What's really cool about exercise or movement is that you have something that I call the cumulative effect. You don't have to rely on one big, long, dedicated workout session, but you can spread your movement out throughout the day and across the day. And what that does is it helps you keep those energy levels consistent. It's kind of like stoking your energy furnace. Remember those trains on the old Westerns where they would throw coal? Was it coal? I think so. Coal onto the trains to keep those trains moving. That's kind of what you're doing with little bouts of movement throughout the day. You're stoking your energy furnace at regular intervals, which keeps them from completely burning out and going completely flat. Because one of the worst things that we can do is sit all day, which most of us do a lot of in this day and age. Sitting is usually a big part of our jobs. And sitting for long periods of time really does lead to fatigue because it slows down your circulation and can also lead to stiffness. When you get out of a chair and suddenly you feel 400 years old, that's me, and that's what I'm talking about. Increase your pace just enough to feel some work going on in your body. Relax your hands, relax your feet, squeeze those glutes. Make sure when you breathe in deep, fill up those lungs. Sometimes we tend to breathe shallow, so I'm going to remind you to breathe deep. That will also help with your energy levels. We're going to keep that blood flowing, just like when you get up from whatever you're doing. And it prevents the blah, blah, blah. One time I was on a group call. It was back when I was a trainer, and I was on some kind of a group call with other trainers and fitness professionals. And that was before Zoom. I was standing and I put them on speaker. And then I was working out. I was doing some kettlebell stuff, not hard working out, because that would be weird. Like, what is she doing? Because there was no camera. But at the end, we were all chatting. And I said, while we were doing that, I was working out. And they were like, they never thought about that. These were fitness professionals who were all probably sitting on the phone call. Hold on to your speed. Roll those shoulders. Check in with your body and be mindful of how you're feeling. How does your body feel? How is your posture? Get into that rhythmic pace with your feet. You can also be aware of textures and of what you're walking on. If you're walking on cement, are you walking on dirt? Are you walking on grass? Are you walking on a treadmill belt? Just feel for that connection with whatever it is that your foot is hitting. That will help you stay mindful and in this moment. We're going to keep our breathing going. Increase your pace a little bit. The interesting thing is that even brief moments can trigger the release of your feel-good hormones. The key is really to break up your periods of inactivity when we're sitting, when we're watching TV, when we're going on a long drive, you can get out of the car, is to break up those longer periods with moments of motion. You can do some desk exercises, you can do some stretching, you can do some leg lifts, you can do seated squats. There's all kinds of things you can do at your desk that people aren't going to maybe notice so much, or if nobody can see you, then get up and down. And if your chair it has rollers on it, maybe not squat into your chair, but if you're in a chair that doesn't have rollers on it, you could do squats where you sit and you stand up. As we get older, we kind of lose some of that ability, so it also helps with your balance. I'm only training one client right now. It's my friend, and she has a grandbaby. And so we were doing the in and out of the chair. We were holding weights by our chest. And she's like, oh, this will help me like get out of the chair with my grandbaby. And I'm like, exactly. That is exactly why we're doing this. Now you can get out of the chair while holding your grandbaby. Hold on to that speed. At the halfway point, there will be a bell. So if you're walking outside and you want to turn around, that's what the bell is for. Another deep breath in. And exhale. Tighten up that stomach. Get all that stale air out. When you're watching TV, you can also fit in some exercise. You can get up and do something during the commercials. How much can you do during the time that the commercials are on? You can run to the other room. You can do some quick abs, just some things to keep you moving. And it's kind of fun when you turn it into a game. I like to have fun because, sometimes life can be a little boring and mundane. And exercise doesn't always have to be structured. And that's what makes it fun. Even everyday activities like gardening, chores, dancing while cooking, vacuuming. There's a lot of things that you do every day that you can do more of. Let's say maybe you don't save it all for the weekend. Maybe you vacuum one room, and then later on you vacuum another room, and then later on you vacuum another room. And the same thing with gardening. You garden this patch, and then later on you garden that patch. That way you're breaking it up. Hold on to that speed. Sometimes I know it's easier mentally for us just to do a task and get it done, but breaking it up is so much better for your body if you're sitting all the time. Another deep breath in. And exhale. Bring those shoulders tight now up towards your ears, really tight. Lift them, lift them, lift them. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. And drop them down. Breathing now, deep and steady and strong. With each step, you feel stronger, you feel capable. Every day that you get out here and every day that you walk and every day that you incorporate movement gets you closer to your goals and makes you overall healthier. And you don't even need any equipment. You can do a lot of body weight exercises and stretching. Stretching feels really good to do anytime during the day. And it will also get you moving. If you have a standing desk, I have a standing desk for my kids, a hand cranker. But it is really cool when you can crank it up and stand and dance and then crank it back down. Whenever I'm in a meeting or a Zoom meeting or something, I usually always stand because I also tend to have more energy and I tend to project better and focus better when I'm not sitting. So I won't be snoring and falling asleep. Another deep breath in through your nose, really fill up those lungs. Exhale through your mouth. Shake out those hands and try different types of movements and figure out what works best for you. If you're wearing heels at the office and you don't bring your sneakers, you probably can't go for a brisk walk, but you can stretch at your desk or you can do some chair exercises. There's a lot of really great workouts on YouTube, and there's something you can do in your chair. But keeping your body active and engaged throughout the day will help you feel noticeably less tired. We're going to pick up our pace now to the point of being a little bit uncomfortable, and we're going to hold this. Hydration is another thing that we don't think about. Being hydrated helps you feel less tired and can also help boost your energy. Think of your body as a well-oiled machine. Water is the fuel it needs to keep working at its best. You can carry a little water bottle around with you, take frequent sips during the day, just like with our bouts of exercise. You don't want to drink it all at once. Just like with exercise, it's a cumulative effect. You want to keep spreading it out. That way you'll have hydration throughout the day and you won't get dehydrated. I remember when I was teaching spin and I started to drink more. Actually, I brought a bigger water bottle. I started to drink more during spin. I felt that I was less tired. Of course, that could have sounded funny. When I started to drink more during spin, vodka, Jack Daniels, then I just felt less tired. In my case, I fall asleep when I drink, so I would feel a lot more tired. Power snacking. Power snacking is also good because it keeps your energy levels stable. Now, not sugary snacks, but fuel your walks and fuel your days with things like fruit, nuts, yogurt. I follow Jennifer Gardner on Instagram, and she's so funny because she was cleaning out her purse and doing a video of it, and there were bags and bags and little baggies of nuts, and she couldn't stop laughing. She's like, oh my God, I think I feel like I don't have enough nuts. I'm going to run out of nuts. And have something that is a little bit slower to digest, that gives you more sustained release of energy. And then that keeps you going throughout your day. It keeps you going throughout your walk. It keeps you going in general without having a big crash. So movement, water, and power snacking. Think about interspersing those throughout the day. Hold on to that speed. Here's something kind of cool that may or may not be possible. But if you take really short, revitalizing breaks during the day, now it doesn't have to be a nap, because if you're like me, I don't have a 15-minute power nap. I don't nap. When I used to nap, to me, napping was like 2 hours. Then I would wake up and I'd be so cranky. But find a quiet spot a few times for like 5-minute mini meditations. You can do breathing exercises. Just take those little mental breaks for 5 minutes at a time without looking at your phone. Try that, because I have a feeling that you'll find those to be very effective. If you can lay down, you can lay down and put your feet up for 5 minutes. You can just sit somewhere a little bit more quiet, or you can put on your headphones and listen to relaxing music, or even a little meditation, something to give your brain a little bit of a break. The constant input, the constant stimuli makes you tired and drains your energy. Okay, now we're going to go faster. We're going to give it a little bit of a push. Focus on your lower body being strong, your upper body's relaxed. Shake out your hands. Squeeze those glutes. Pay attention to your environment. You're feeling the rhythm of that step. It's a brisk, slightly uncomfortable pace, still breathing. Holding on to the little push. Engage your core muscles gently while keeping your upper body relaxed. Focus on your breathing. Stay with it. Feel a little bit of a push here. The strength in your legs, the rhythm of your feet hitting the ground over and over again. And it's okay to walk at your own pace. If you don't feel like pushing right now, don't push. Go at your own pace. Find whatever works for you. Find what feels good for you. So if you want to push it harder, push it harder. Keep your breathing going, though. Really fill up those lungs. Every step is a step towards a healthier you. Keep those steps going. And you're going to bring the pace back just a little bit, so it's not quite as fast. Strong with your legs. Squeeze those glutes again. Be mindful of the moment. Be mindful of where you are. Think if there's anything around you right now that you haven't seen before. What's new? What do you walk past every day and you don't notice? Because that helps relax you. That helps stimulate your mind. And breathe again. Here's something you don't often think about, but you will once I say it, is energy vampires. Now, if you've watched What We Do in the Shadows, you will know that Colin is an energy vampire, and you will find that you know a lot of energy vampires, but we don't think about it. People around us contribute to our energy. They can give us more energy. They can drain our energy. They contribute to our fluctuating energy levels. Think about the energy vampires in your life, and then think about those who are energy enhancers, those who give you more energy when you're around them, whether in person or in a phone call. See if you can get rid of some of those energy vampires, the ones who text you every 5 minutes for something, the ones who can't Google something, they have to ask you. Connect more with the people who give you energy, the people who enhance your energy, the people who give you a little boost of energy. Who is that in your life right now? Maybe when you get back, you can make a little list and see who do you want to engage more with and who do you want to engage less with. Focus on engaging your different muscle groups now. What's working? Your glutes should be working. Your thighs should be strong. Your calves should be active. Feel the strength in those thighs as you maintain this steady pace. Shake out your hands. And if you're able to take smaller walks throughout the day, shorter walks, figure out when you feel most energetic and less energetic, and actually try to align your walks with the times when you feel less energetic. Because we all think like, okay, I'm ready to go. I want to go now when you're more energetic. But actually, if you're just doing a short walk or a short burst of movement, going when you're less energetic will help bring that energy back. Hold on to that speed, a little bit uncomfortable. This, of course, would be one of my favorites. If you know me at all, you know that I have become a coffee addict. I love coffee. There is a cold coffee trick. You get an energy boost from a glass of cold coffee after a workout. My favorite cold brew coffee. Hello, my darling. Where have you been? Where have you been all my life? So caffeine and cold temperatures work together to enhance muscle recovery and alertness. So after you've gone maybe for a longer walk or after you have done a little workout session, give yourself a hit of caffeine. Give yourself a little cold brew coffee. Cold. Make it nice and cold with ice cubes. I like to freeze either my almond milk or freeze some cold brew. And then I just pop it in there instead of ice because ice waters it out. And we don't want our caffeine watered out. Never. We don't want it ever watered out. So you can do that. And then just that really helps to give you a little burst of energy. If there's something important that you need to do, try to go for a little walk or a quick workout and then do that cold coffee trick. Holding on to that speed still. Music. Music really helps your brain energy. You can do music that you like, music that you love, music that motivates you, but you can find different kinds of music that will help focus you and give you more energy. That's not our favorite kind of music, but it's more like binaural beats, things like that. So you're kind of biohacking your brain with music, whether you do it with a song that you love, because really, let's face it, ABBA's Dancing Queen, you can't be in a bad mood after listening to that. Or you can listen to something that's going to help you focus, help give you energy and stimulate your brain in a different way than that constant onslaught of stimuli that we have every day. Another deep breath in now. Roll those shoulders backwards. Roll those shoulders forwards. Another deep breath in through your nose. And exhale through your mouth. Taking moments to appreciate things you're grateful for. Like today, when you get back from your walk, or even right now, think of 3 things that you're grateful for, big or small. It doesn't even have to be anything. You're not telling anybody but yourself here. So it can be something that people don't think about, like the cold coffee. You can be grateful for the cold coffee. You can be grateful for 5 minutes by yourself to go to the bathroom. I mean, these are little things that you can be grateful for. And it really helps boost your mood and boost your energy to think about the good things that are in your life, no matter how small they are. Okay, we're going to do another little speed increase. You're going to pick up your speed. Feel a push. Squeeze those glutes. And as we're pushing and as we're walking, ask yourself, what is the one thing you're looking forward to today? If you're doing this at night, you can ask yourself, what are you looking forward to tonight? Let's try to power up our brains with thinking about the one thing that you're looking forward to today. And sometimes there might not be much, but even if it's like a coworker or a client, someone that you really like talking to, let's take a moment as you're pushing and think about that. What is it or who is it? It's your energy enhancer rather than your energy vampire. Feel that push now. Once you recognize, back to the energy vampires and enhancers, once you recognize the people in your life who drain you and you start to have a little bit less communication, you're going to feel a lot more energetic and you're going to feel a lot happier and a lot less fatigued, especially if you can hang around more enhancers. Maybe that's what you're looking forward to today. Hold on to that pace. You're going to be uncomfortable now. Squeeze those glutes strong. Walking is where you can clear your mind. Walking is where you can get rid of something that's weighing on your mind. You take that moment, just get that blood flowing, Get those endorphins going. Take a small moment for you. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever you need. Feel that push. Keep breathing. Hold on to that push still. Now you're just going to slow it a little bit. You're still working, but it's not as much of a push. Still brisk. Focus on your form. Focus on your posture. Again, your core muscles are tight, gently tight. Your upper body's relaxed. Your glutes are tight. The strength is in your lower body. The power is in your lower body. Keep breathing. And how are you feeling? Did you feel a boost in your energy? So to go back, what we talked about, trying to get little bits of movement in every day. If you can do it at your desk, watching TV, you can stand, you can dance, you can squat, you can do push-ups, you can stretch. Even set a timer for 55 minutes, and then you have 5 minutes, you do something. And then you set another timer, you can sit for 55 minutes, do your work, whatever you're doing, and then get up and do something, even if it's a load of laundry. A couple of loads, just carry small loads down the stairs or carry small loads to the laundry room. The more trips you make, the better. Still holding on to a pace that's slightly uncomfortable. Do your power snacks throughout the day. Something with a protein, something with some fat, a little bit of carbs. I know my go-to is always like, I want donuts. Of course, donuts in the afternoon are not the best way to keep your energy going and to boost your energy. I think they boost my energy, but guess what? They do not. Keep breathing now. Remember to sip throughout the day. Someone taught me this tip a while ago. We always fill up a big water bottle when we're at our desk, right? But someone said you fill up a smaller cup and you drink from it. And every time it's empty, you have to get up and go refill it and go sit down again. I'm like, that is so genius. That is what you can do with your hydration. So it doesn't have to be so big, a water bottle or cup. It can be smaller, and then you just keep getting up to refill it. The trick is remember to refill it, of course, because I've forgotten. That is a genius tip, and I wish I remembered who told me that. Find those little moments to recharge during the day, the 5 minutes, even putting on meditation or some kind of relaxing binaural beats. Just take 5 minutes to close your eyes and shut out the world. Think about good things that are in your life. Think positive thoughts, and that will really help recharge you. And then, of course, stay away from the energy vampires. Colin Robinson, that was his last name. I forgot Colin's last name. I almost said Colin Farrell, but I like Colin Farrell. Actually, I do like Colin Robinson. Colin Robinson is the energy vampire on What We Do in the Shadows. And you want to find those enhancers who are going to give you more energy and just bring more joy into your life. Now we're going to gradually start slowing down. So as we start this cool down period, you're going to keep your breathing going, and you're going to observe the sounds that are around you, or observe the textures under your feet, or observe the feelings on your skin. Think about what we can do also to clear some of the noise from our lives, because that will also help boost your energy. Maybe you stop scrolling on your phone and maybe you have some fun or you play. I mean, let's face it, when I'm scrolling on my phone, unless I'm watching videos of cats, but so many of them are negative, like, oh, I found this cat or I found this dog hit by a car. Well, that's not going to give me more energy. That's going to make me sad. So try to maybe replace some of that scrolling with something that's more positive that helps you move your body. Go for a walk, play with your kids, play with your cat or your dog, even 5 minutes. They'll love that. Just get out there or dance. And it's one of my favorite things, if nobody's looking, is to take 5 minutes to dance. You're going to slow it down more now and keep breathing. And as you're walking, think every step I take sparks my inner energy. Every time I get out for a walk, I'm going to get more energy. Every time I get up from the sofa, I'm going to feel more energy. These are all the little things that you can do to boost your energy throughout the day. We just got to stay consistent. And that's the hardest thing for all of us, is to stay consistent. Slow it down a little bit more. Be mindful of what's around you. How does your body feel now? Does it feel better than when you started? Feel for any tense spots still. Shake out your hands, shake out your feet. If you can shake and walk, shake it off. Shake it off. That's what you should do with energy vampires. You should shake them off. Keep breathing. Deep breath in. Rhythmic breathing. Exhale. If you're feeling really good right now, remember this feeling. Try to categorize it and then put it away somewhere in your brain where you can access it again. And then remember that the next time you don't want to walk or you don't want to do a little bit of exercise, remember how you feel right now. Remember this feeling in your body and in your mind. If you feel good, if you feel strong, if you feel like you have more energy, package that up and keep it and pull that out when you don't feel like going for the walk. And then when you get back, make sure you do a little stretching. Remember, if you want to tag me in your walk or any pictures from your walk talk with Helen. That way I can see what you're doing and tell me how you felt. And I'll see you next time.